Yeah, don't mind me. This is what I do every single time. I don't know why you're surprised. Man, it's been a couple days. Sorry. A lot of stuff has just been happening, honestly. But I think I'm gonna get back to doing it on a more regular schedule, at least for like the next like month and a half. I think I'm honestly gonna start doing it like every other day or every single day. I don't know yet. I'm gonna get there. I have not been feeling it. And ultimately this is like a hobby for me. It's fun for me. So like when something's not fun, I just don't do it. I don't really have any other excuses other than the fact that I've just felt drained recently. Very drained. Yeah, there's a lot happening in the world and it's too much for my brain sometimes, and I honestly should just stream more because it is more of an escape, but I've just been stressed. I've literally just for the past 4 days, I want to say, since the last time I streamed, all I've been doing is getting up, doing a few chores, and then I've sat at the computer and played Hypixel while listening to Taz. That's literally what I've been doing for the last 4 days. That's all I have been doing with my life. Is like I did groceries, I cleaned a little bit, I do some stuff around the house, I put around, I make food, etc. And then I listen to the Etherseed Taz recordings and I play Hypixel the whole time. But I've been enjoying myself, so that's really all the thing that matters. At some point I might show you guys my Hypixel Skyblock, because that's what I've been playing. I'll probably only stay on my island because it is rough. It's rough, in the public chats. It's rough anytime that you're in a public chat, honestly, but it's rough on Hypixel public chats specifically. So, probably won't bring you guys into the hub for any particular reason, but I'll show you around my island at least. Show you my minions and stuff, I guess. If you know anything about, like, stuff that's been happening recently, and the history of said stuff, you could probably know why exactly I've started playing Skyblock again, and I'm just not going to address it, because I don't have the mental and emotional capacity to do that, so let's play. Fight to survive. Don't like that, considering that the last one's title was continue ? And someone beefed it under a bus. It's gonna be like sad.
Punchy78 from Fight Shack here with a breaking news story.
Yes. Oh, okay, so now we know Coda's name, which is interesting. Also, I'm the tag wrangler on AO3 for this particular fandom, and I'm trying to figure out how to name all the character names. I think it's gonna have to be a situation where I either choose to only use their, like, Divine and Coda and Zapper and etc., or I'm gonna have to make it so it's like first name, Pipe, name, which is like how the real person, like the RPF things usually function, and it makes the most sense to do it that way, especially for archival use, but it's just very funny to me that it would end up looking so similar to RPF, because it's like in story RPF. It's very funny. The only reason I know about that is because I was helping originally just to be able to like cut down on the massive amount of tags that are in the third, like, freeform tags. And so I was like, yeah, I know some about like various YouTubers, so I can help you sort of skim through things that you may not know. But man, there's so much in there. It's like 7,000 easily the last time I checked, and I'm sure it's been around that same thing since. Tag wrangling is in a whole different world, because like it doesn't matter what I'm okay with, and it doesn't matter what I would write. It matters whether or not I have the knowledge of the fandoms enough to be able to utilize it to archive it. Anyway, it was funny seeing this specifically because it looks very much like the tags. And he was 24. God, babies. Which is funny coming from me. I'm only like 3 years older than him because I'm only 27. Incident outside good and fun. Many questions, but few answers. More to come. Be kind to each other. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to have. Be kind to each other. That's like a battle cry at this point because people are so diametrically opposed to it, but be kind to each other.
Former Play to Win member Coda, also known as Alex Zhao, is currently in critical condition at Memorial Hospital.
Oh, well, at least he survived.
The situation is still ongoing, but initial reports indicate this was an attempted suicide. Coda's fall from grace began with a viral video rant against everybody's favorite up-and-coming laundromat team, resulting in his team dropping him from the roster. Victoria Proud, recently unretired player and his former coach, simply stated that her team has had no business dealings with Coda since that day.
Other than your fucking meathead constantly harassing him on the internet.
With the esports scene in turmoil after the surprise victory at Pengy Paradise, and now this tragic incident, keep an eye on Fight Shack for updates.
Yeah, how's my character doing considering that man attempted to beef it under a bus directly in front of them? How's my character like doing with that sort of trauma? I'm assuming not good. It was like, not to make light of it, but it was like a pivotal like core memory in my brain when I watched my friend's dog get ran over by a semi truck because it ran out into the road. Like that's like a core memory in my brain that I will never get out, even if I like fucking get head trauma. Like that's something that I could just bring up at a moment's notice because it's just so in there memory wise. I cannot imagine what that is like when it's a person and a bus, even though everything in my body hopes that like this city has regulations about speed and that it was only going like 30 miles per hour because 30 miles per hour is survivable. It's not great, but it's survivable, which is why like school zones have 20 miles per hour and stuff like that because that's much more survivable. I don't know why I can't say survivable. Phonics. It is the distant future year of 20XX and I'm very tired. I just watched an old rival walk into traffic right before my very eyes. I still remember that smile on his face as he did it, like it was a relief. Naturally, the police were on the scene moments later, so I had to stick around while they sorted out the situation. Perhaps because the cops got defunded and massively reorganized a few years ago, I'm not immediately presumed guilty and arrested. Nice. This is the good future. Defund cops. Defund cops. Just get rid of them. We've already seen in a couple of cities that they have like mental health responders that are way fucking better at their job than cops. Get rid of them. ACAB. Instead, they calmly ask a few questions, talk to the eyewitnesses, check the traffic cameras, confirm I didn't push Coda into the street, and that's the end of that. Yeah, if fucking cops could be that goddamn useful. But the process of gathering all the details is still slow, and it's past midnight, and I'm just so goddamn tired. I could leave anytime I like. I'm not in custody. I'm just standing around as they sort through it all, but every time I turn to go, there's someone new asking new questions. A woman with a lanyard rather than a shiny badge approaches me next with concern in her eyes. Detective Jiwoo Jiwoo Cho. I think that's Domino's aunt. Jiwoo. You're Rexley, right? How are you holding up? Do you want to see a mental health care worker? We have a few from this community that you can talk to. See, if this is how, like, detectives and cops and things functioned, I'd like them better. I've already spoken to 2 different social workers, thanks. I have business cards aplenty. Look, I've given my full statement to the accidental death investigation team. I don't really have anything more to say. Oh, I'm with a different unit. I work cybercrime investigation. Cybercrime? Is this because of the way Koda was being cyberbullied? In part, yes. My team investigates online harassment and death threats. We take these things seriously now that we have proper funding to look into them. My nephew suggested I talk to you if it helps. Jack Cho? You know him as Domino? Yeah. Yeah, he's mentioned you before. How you're practically the only one in his family who cares about his mental health. Sad, but true. He's important to me and I know a bad situation when I see one. Saw one in the mirror for the longest time. Yeah, see, like, if people come from the background of knowing what that's like, they're better at recognizing it and being able to combat it with the proper training. This is why, like, I think people who are psychiatrists or health professionals and things of that nature, they should have a background of experiencing these kind of things, because I've been to fucking shrinks that are just like, you're fucking crazy, because they've never in their life experienced anything outside of, like, what is the typical. And so, like, despite their best attempts, they just don't get it. You know what I mean? I would so much, like, if I had to go into goddamn surgery and I had, like, a primary doctor who was like, listen, you're gonna have, like, an amputation and you're gonna have to get through it, but I am going to be the primary doctor to help you through that, and they are in fact an amputee, I'm gonna trust them more because they know the process intimately. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of thing that we should have for a bunch of stuff. Not necessarily that, like, it's required, but it should definitely be encouraged if people are already thinking about it, you know? Meanwhile, people who have depression and anxiety and things of that nature are basically blackballed from being able to become psychiatrists half the time. I have a lot of emotions inside of me. I'm sorry if I get more aggressive as the time goes on. Not sorry, but I apologize for how uncomfortable it may make you feel. Not sorry about it. Domino thought that given Koda's involvement with esports and cyberbullying, I might be able to help figure out what happened tonight. That is, if you have time to talk. Yeah. She's not, like, really a cop, though. She's a detective, which is, like, a private investigator or something similar. They're not quite the same. And also, we can tell that, like, the police here are different from police in real life, because they've been defunded already. And that's gonna weed out a ton of the people who are there just for the money and, like, prestige. So I'm gonna, like, I don't know, ask if it can wait or something. Look, it's pushing midnight and I've had a very long day. I'm not gonna be much use to you in this state. How about you give me your card, and if I think of anything, I give you a call. Detective Cho nods, passing me a fairly cheap-looking business card. Anything you can recall might be useful. I suspect something's going on here beyond typical social media fights, and you never know what piece of evidence will unlock it all. Thanks for your time. Get some rest, talk to a care worker when you can. She seems genuine. Finally. Time to put this mess behind me and get some rest. Put it all out of my head. Forget it ever happened. See, I'm the kind of person that if something fucking happens to me like this, I cannot sleep until I'm exhausted. Like, I literally cannot go back to sleep if I get news or something like this happens to me. I am fucking amped up to the nth, degree. Like, I can't. I cannot. One good night's sleep will make all of this go away. I didn't even like that guy, so who cares? What does it matter? Also, oh, there's the elevator. I always thought the elevator was here for some fucking reason, and as I looked at the picture, I was like, where is it? No, it's over here. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. Oh, I love how my bedroom inside of this apartment is just my one-room apartment that I had previously. That's one way to do it, I guess. Gradually, I push my way through the halls, past my worried friends, reach my bed, and crash into the darkness. That's very funny. Why is my one bedroom the size of a single apartment? God damn. I just watched a man nearly die tonight. That could have been me. I could have lost all hope and given up. Yes, that's right. He was just like me. He lost everything. But I found love. I found companionship. Isn't that enough? Couldn't that be enough? When has that ever been enough? I can't deny my ambition. I can't deny my dream, my victory. I crave it. I need it. Now more than ever. Coda needed it too, but he came up short. Just like me. We completely lost our momentum. We were on top of the world and then failed in front of everyone. Just like Coda. I would have to say that losing a game is slightly different from losing reputation. Like, if I go out into the world and I do some fucked up shit that's, like, just reprehensible, or behave badly, or throw a tantrum like a toddler in public, and then get called out on it, I think that's minutely different from losing a game once, maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. And is that all I have to look forward to? Burning out like he did? Yeah, I think that's like one of the things that I keep trying to make sure that I continue to view streaming as like a hobby. Because like I do have a job and a career that I do not plan on ever quitting in the long term until like I get retired, which is slightly different. It's not quitting, it's retiring. But like I have like my other stuff in order. This is for fun. Cause like I've seen what streaming does to people who depend on it for like finances, and it kind of just chews them up and spits them back out, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And I say it with that tone of voice to like kind of make light of it, but like it is genuinely disturbing. And like I do not want that to happen to me. I'm here to have fun, and that's it. When this stops being fun, I will stop doing it, kind of thing. I'm just a very personable person who likes to talk a lot, and this is a very good outlet for that. But if it ever gets to the point where like my mental health starts to decline due to this, I'm fucking out. I have no loyalty to the game, you know? I have loyalty to myself first and foremost. But like my character is on the other end of that, which is unfortunate for them right now. If the only alternative is giving up on my dream, maybe burning is inevitable. Maybe burning is inevitable. Don't fucking listen! This is like, hey boy, it is your PlayStation fucking speaking to me into my goddamn brain. This is not... Why? Ah! Ah! So bad. But if I'm going to burn, it won't be like he did. I'll burn myself on the altar of my own making. I'll strike the match and smile. No, that's like exactly what he fucking did, though. Like, wait. Stop! Polybius, get out of my brain! Yes, that's right. I won't give up. I won't admit defeat. This is my dream. I will see it through no matter the cost. That's not good. Never do no matter the cost thing. No. It is never worth no matter the cost, is what I'm saying. There is going to be a price too high, and you will fucking find it. I'll prove that I will never stop, and if I can't win, at the very least they'll know my dedication when they see the flames. Not good. I don't want to emulate myself, actually. The world will see it. They'll know my name. I'll finally be worth a damn. This is like some intense imposter syndrome plus like perfectionism, like gifted child burnout who's now trying to emulate themselves to show, like, make a point. Not good. Not good. I will be a winner. I've got work to do. I've got work to do. Polybius, get out of my brain! I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't like that. That shit sucks. No! Poor. Oh no. There are two great forces in this universe, justice and fair play. All of my life I've struggled to uphold these ideals. Fair play, genuine equality and balance for all, correcting mistakes of the past to ensure a perfect future. And justice, which enacts fair play on those who would seek to disrupt it. A difficult prospect when the systems of the world rather do more than offer these ideals lip service. But an ideal can be difficult to define, much less enact upon reality. What is fair play? What is justice? And when do you need to violate one to ensure the other? For example, loyalty. I hold loyalty to Reaxeons, whom I've grown to care for deeply. I hold loyalty to the Patchwork Coalition. I know I'm not doing his voice. I don't have it in me right now. Sorry. But there are others whom I hold loyalty to, and they are not often on the same page. The name I have chosen for myself is Loxley, but it's more of a nom de guerre. I can't do French. Fuck that. A name intended for war. And that war existed long before the Patchwork Coalition. Sue. Is that, Dekonami's, like, child? Is that Dekonami's child? I think that's Dekonami's child. I think that is who that is. Cool. Cool. Don't like meeting out in the open like this. Too many damn cameras around, and you know the pigs will be watching like a hawk, since that putz Coda took a dive 2 days ago. My first ally. My companion in war. Tsunami. Tsunami is so fucking funny. One, because it's like suing Dekonami, and another because that is literally the name of my grandmother's dog right now. Like, we had an Australian Shepherd when I was a kid, and that dog was named Nami because it was deaf and blind due to inbreeding, and we got it for free to save it from being destroyed. And we named it Nami, which came from no name, and it went from no name to no Nami to just Nami, because the vet was like, well, what's the dog's name? And they were like, what does it matter, because it cannot hear us. It was like literally that like fucking joke about like, what do you call a deaf bear? Whatever you want, it can't hear you sort of thing. Quite literally that for the dog. So we named her Nami, and she was like treasured family pet for up to 13 years or so, which is about the age that you expect those dogs to get to. And we got another Australian Shepherd to be like her companion, and that was Willow. And then when Nami died, Willow was by herself, so we got her another dog, and then that dog died from cancer. So we got another Australian Shepherd again that was partially blind and completely deaf. Again, my grandmother just has these fucking habits. This is just how she is. And they named the dog Tsunami, like an actual tsunami. Like a like TS sort of spelling, because the dog runs in circles and will hit its head on like walls to figure out where things are. And so they named her Tsunami as like similar to Nami but not Nami, and it's funny to me personally. It's funny to me personally that this character's name is Tsunami. It's just so many puns, so many interconnected things. It hits me differently than I'm sure it hits other people. Leader of the Ghost Monsters, a notorious hacker group. That makes sense. They're still doing that Pac-Man-esque thing. I wasn't around when the Ghost Monsters turned their backs on Dekonami and went underground. I joined the struggle later to aid the ISIS collective. Iris. I don't know why I said ISIS. Iris Collective. Oh, God. I'm thinking of like Greek. No, not Greek. Is it Egyptian? Egyptian goddess. Oh, God. Whatever. Which is also very funny because I think Iris is a Greek and or Roman goddess of like discord or something, which is very funny. Sue's always seen me as the new guy compared to her longtime allies. My leash is rather short, and asking her to join me in the alley behind Good Clean Fun was not helping that.
You have my thanks.
Nevertheless, I appreciate you meeting me here. I'd like you to stay close to home in case Reaxeons need me. I fear that the incident with that putz, as you so gently put it, may have troubled my ally. Surely you can see why I'd wish to play the role of an emotional support, yes? That's the other thing I don't like. You going deeper on this Patchwork Coalition thing. Loxley, we asked you to start visiting this laundromat so you could keep an eye on Grace and protect her, not so you could start a damn esports team. Any spotlight on you is a spotlight on the rest of the ghost monsters, and that means a potential spotlight on the Iris Collective. It's dangerous.
An unsound notion, I'm afraid.
Sue, when you gave me this assignment, you said I could handle it in my way. I could make contact with Grace, even befriend her. Well, yeah, if you just lurked behind her all the time without identifying yourself, it'd be fucking creepy. If I'm to be Grace's friend and ally, I must support her interests. She's interested in the Patchwork Coalition. I'd look suspicious and blow my cover if I didn't take part. Really? And that's the only reason you agreed to become a public figure? Not because of your interest in Reaxeons? Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. That is so fucking funny. He's just like, I don't want to talk about it, alright? Okay. I'm worried, okay? This is messy. This is beyond messy. We're doing this as a favor to the Iris Collective, making sure their mother is safe and sound. You're endangering her by getting tangled up in this. Let's not forget that the enemy was in contact with the Reaxeons back at Max, or that Reaxeons had a Polybius encounter.
Most unfortunate.
Yes, I know. And I regret accidentally dragging Reaxeons into these shadows. Thank you for authorizing me to tell them about our little organization. I doubt I could have retained their trust if I hadn't. This is only going to get more complicated, isn't it? I'm tempted to pull you out of your assignment, have you work the server farm instead, cutting these people out entirely, but I have a feeling if I asked you to abandon them, you might tell me to take a walk. I am loyal to my allies, to the ghost monsters. I wouldn't. Allies? I thought we were friends. Or are your new friends more friendly than your old ones?
Uncertainty abounds.
I am uncertain how to answer that. Fortunately, Sue bites her lip, realizing she may have stepped a bit over the line with that question. Ah, fuck. Sorry. I get it, okay? You care about them, and you're in love with Reaxeons. I'd be a total jerk butt to ask you to dump them. And if you'd rather abandon ship on the ghost monsters so you can live honestly as one of them, I'd understand.
What ho!
Sue, I hadn't meant to imply that. I'd be a shitty friend if I weren't willing to let you follow your heart. I'm not saying you have to decide now, but think about it, okay? If you're finding it too hard to be an operative and a member of the Patchwork Coalition, just tell me. Don't forget, I was cool with Inky leaving the group so he could be a better brother to his little sis. No hard feelings. I've got 3 goals. Keep the Iris Collective going, stay out of prison, and make sure my friends are happy. I've my own ideals to hold fast to. I understand when such things conflict. For now, I intend to stride with one foot in both worlds. Reaction knows my truth, and chose to enter into a relationship with me regardless. I trust Reaxeons. I care for Reaxeons. And I will do my best to support them and you, Sue. It is very weird saying my own username repeatedly like this. It's starting to become, like, nonsensical. Like the way that you can say a word so often that the word stops having meaning. I'm said my, like, username so much that it's stopped being, like, the username and just, like, a sound amalgamation in my mouth. Ah! Oh, shucks. She laughs off my sincerity, of course. Open expression of emotion are not quite her thing. Sue prefers not to take anything in life seriously if she can avoid it, even if the weight of the world she's chosen to bear pushes down on those shoulders. Jeez, I kinda miss the days when we pranked arcades and hijacked websites, playing games and having fun. Who knew taking on the duty of protecting a new form of life would be this complicated? Also, I just wanted to look at her, like, full outfit for a minute. I would kill to have this kind of outfit, but also I don't know if I have, like, the waist to hip ratio to make that look good the same way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When your middle is bigger than all the other parts, it doesn't have like that gentle flow the way that this does. Hanu taking on, yeah. Maybe I'm just getting old. Oh, please, you're like maybe 24. Yeah, that's what I'm, oh. She's like literally a year younger than Finn. Like, goddamn. Yeah, you're not fucking old, alright? You're not old until you feel old, and you shouldn't feel old until you're like easily in your 70s, alright? My grandmother's in her 60s and she fucking runs circles around me, alright? You're not old until you absolutely have to feel that old, and you shouldn't feel that old until you're in your 70s. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to feel old yet. I'm only 27. Fuck off. Sue, you're 20 years old. I'm more aged than you. And you can't even legally drink yet. Yeah, well, I feel 70-12 or something. 70-12. Well, enough chit-chat. I should get out of here while the getting's good. You go have fun with Reaxeons. Yes,
I see.
Well, Reaxeons is figuring some things out after the Coda incident, and giving them some space. Beep beep, my lord. I've a missive from your widow Snook. Of like situationally that's fucking hilarious to have your Iris be like, hey, I got a missive from your widow Snuggums, but also like the fact that the tone of that sentence does three different things of like, I am a robot, beep beep. I also like to cosplay as Maid Marian. My lord, I've a missive. And then I'm a little shit from your widow Snuggums. Like, the complexity of that entire sentence is so fucking... Oh my god. This is why you don't name your partner's weird shit in your phone unless you want to get shit from other people. I've named Silas Lucifer in my phone. That's just funny. And when people see me get a call from Lucifer, that's just extra funny. Did have you seen Widow Snuggles?
You chose the Ghost Monsters?
Huh?
You chose the Ghost Monsters?
Oh, from my last game? I think so, yeah. Where I, like, sided with them or whatever.
No, I mean for the options. Or did it automatically choose it for you?
This just happened. I didn't choose anything.
Oh.
So I'm assuming it comes from 1, romancing Loxley, and 2, not fucking them over in the first game. The look on his face is just like, fuck. The look on her face is so much funnier. She's like, gross. Whittle Snuggums. I haven't established a proper cutesy nickname for my romantic liaison yet, and Mary intends to flights of fancy. But if Reaxeons is ready to reach out to me after some soul searching, that it's a good sign. Yes? Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to that. Later. She's like, peace. Disappears. So this missive, what does it say, Marion? The team will be gathering shortly in the Good Clean Fun Arcade for a big announcement. Announcement? I'd hoped for a heart-to-heart with Reaxeons to help them with their feelings in wake of Koda's unfortunate accident. I'm afraid that's all the data I have, my lord. Shall I request clarification from your widow Snuggums? I hate this. I hate this, actually. I hate... I hate that. Like, Silas and Zero will occasionally call me, like, Rexy Pexy or whatever. And that, I'm fine with that. Rexy Pexy is cute. I'm fine with that. I do not like Whittle Snuggums. I don't like that. It does not sit good with me. I don't like Whittle Snuggums. It's funny, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I'm finding things out about myself. I don't like that. Also, I'm so worried right now after that fucking, like, Polybius fever dream that this chapter started with. Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that my character is making an announcement right now. I don't like that. I'm very worried. No, it's fine. I'll attend the gathering shortly, and please just call them Reaxeons, if you please. Yeah, I'm good with that. Please stop calling me Whittle Snuggums. I don't like it. Very curious. What is Reaxeons up to? Also, I've said my username so often that, like, it's ceased to have meaning at this moment. It's just noises. Hopeful for the best, I return to good, clean fun to rejoin my friends. I love to think that, like, Loxley's internal monologue has no accent on it. It's just his normal voice in there. I just think it's funnier. When I arrive at the arcade, everyone else has arrived before me. Everyone except our coach/cat herder/manager Reaxeons. Why am I from the point of view of Loxley? I'm very confused.
Oh, you just started. Oh.
Why am I not from the point of view of me?
You'll find out.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I especially don't like it when Vin goes, "Oh, you'll find out." Ah! Hey, any idea what this is about? Haven't talked with Reaxeons all damn weekend. Don't think any of us have. No clue what this meeting's about. Am I just a fucking Polybius puppet? Is that what's happened to me? Am I going to have some sort of slasher smile on my goddamn face when I walk out of this room? I'm sure it's just announcing that we're resuming team practices, right? We've been on unofficial hiatus since Pinky Paradise, but that would make sense. We've only got a month until the Pro Tour finale. That's not a lot of time. I thought we were already in excellent shape on that front. The loss at Pinky Paradise didn't change our standing. But we may have bigger concerns than the shiny tin cup. Depends on how Reaxeons dealing with things. Guess we're about to find out. I'm closest with Loxley and Domino, and they're gonna watch me walk in there like a fucking robot and be like, "That's weird. That's weird. That's not right." Please. Someone fucking save my ass from the Polybius. Can you play this game and never touch the Polybius thing? No, you always touch it. It just depends on how deep you understand about it.
Part of the plot.
Oh, it's part of the plot. Okay. Because I was like, if I didn't get with Loxley, I wouldn't know a bunch, right? Like, I wouldn't know anything about it, basically, if I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know, it's just very strange. No need to speculate further. Reaxeons emerges into the arcade, pocketing their phone on arriving. Everyone's here. Good. We've got a lot of work ahead of us between now and the Pro Tour finale event. I'm sending you each a shared document. This is our new blueprint for the next month. Oh, this is fucking weird. I don't like it. This is not me. I've been Polybius. I've been absorbed into the Polybius. Someone get my ass out of there. There's no way that, like, this group of people are going to be okay with this fucking shit. A schedule of training, online tournaments, qualifying matches, and more. My phone vibrates as the document arrives in my inbox. Taking a cursory look through the organized pile of colored boxes, names, and events, nearly the entire month is blocked out. Yeah, none of these people are going to be able to fucking deal with that. They all have their own lives, for one thing, and two, like, accommodations and otherwise, that's not going to fucking work. A full month of activity planned right down the minute. Oh no, this is Iris's doing, along with Polybius influencing me, and therefore me asking my Iris to do this shit. There's no way that my character was able to manage that. Yeah, exactly, that's what I fucking thought. Iris ran the numbers, and this is the optimal path for ensuring our victory in the Pro Tour. It's going to take hard work and dedication, but I know we can do it. Anyone have any questions? Yeah, this whole crowd is gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you and who are you, you pod snatcher? And the silence is uncomfortable until Zapper steps forward. Yes, good.
Wait, what?
If I'm reading this right, you have me scheduled to take part in an online tournament at 4 in the morning? It's a tournament hosted out of Australia, so that's 6 in the evening for them. Technically, the tournament lasts from 6 to midnight, so you'll need to be ready to play from 4 to 10 in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
No.
A bit concerning, that.
No. This is gross. This is so weird. I don't like any of this. Someone fucking punch my lights out and reset my Polybius coding, please. I feel like it would be very interesting if, like, there is the added layer of, like, my character is currently doing these things that I do not want them to be doing. But, like, how much more interesting would it be if, like, my character was also just exactly me inside of this, like, raging against the machine of Polybius? Because, like, the behaviors are basically just, like, Polybius, right? Like, the behaviors are whatever Polybius is trying to, like, create my character into. But, like, my character is just me. So it's very fascinating to think of the idea of, like, me being like, someone fucking let me out! Is exactly what my character is probably doing on the inside. Whereas the outside is what's happening here. I don't know, it's just interesting. Someone should write that. And I'll probably see it, because I'm the tag wrangler for that. Oh shit, I'm gonna, like, knock my desk over. You also have me on here training from sunup to sundown tomorrow. I'm not taking any time off for breaks, or food, or proper personal hygiene. Oh my god. I'm, like, having the worst time right now. This is not enjoyable. I'm just, like, cringing. Because I hate what this is right now. I hate, like, who this character is becoming right this instant. I hate it. 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 I cannot imagine going up to, like a partner of mine, any of the three of them, and being like, you are our weakest link. So you need to work on that. Like, no! Ah! This is horrific right now. I hate every moment of this. Honestly, Loxley, you are our weakest player right now. You need to shore up your skills if we're going to make it into the Pro Tour. That, like, physically fucking pained me. That, I just took psychic damage from having to fucking read that right now. I do want to do right by the team, I suppose. If this is what it takes, then consider myself prepared, but even so... Yeah, no. Oh my god, I hate what this is doing to this character right now! Ah! I'm so, like, fucked up.
I was telling you, it gets worse.
It gets worse! It's worse! It's bad right now! Does it get worser? Or does someone fucking clock my shit and I get reprogrammed? Please clock my shit and reprogram my brain. Cause I don't like this. Jinx, whack me so hard with your cane right now, please. Knock some goddamn sense into me. Ah! Man, I'm thinking about a bus right now. I'm thinking about jumping in front of a bus right now. Fuck! You want me to take part in a tournament in Nevada. all the way on the other side of the country at Max Vegas in 1 week's time. Yeah, no fucking way! Iris has already made the travel arrangements. There's a lot of qualification points on offer, and if you and I can win, it'll help our standing quite a bit. Reaxeons, travel is not something I can do easily. Can't just toss some shirts in a bag and go. Need to check disability accommodations, research, verify if there are clear routes to the venue. Iris already did all of that for you. It's all arranged. You can tune and tweak to your liking.
Well, this sucks.
Wonderful. Jet lag, here we come. Well, at least I'm not fucking being ableist on top of everything else, I guess. Silver linings, folks. Oh, man. Oh, God, yes, Domino, please fucking, like, rearrange my priorities. Fucking do me in. Please be the voice of reason. You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is you overreacting to Coda's downfall, isn't it? I mean, probably yes. You're pushing us all to the wall because you don't want to end up like him. This isn't about Coda. This is about seeing the Patrick Coalition through to the finish line. Look, 2 days ago, I gathered you all here to rally you behind that cause. It was a rough day for us, sure, but we got through it. Ah, another fine inspirational speech on the way, it seems. Normally I'd be all for it, but something feels off. Yes! It is! So off! Please, Loxley, you fucking have a background in Polybius. Please take a look at my vapid eyes and make some neural connections here, buddy. Hello. Hello, Two Flower. I'm sorry. This is probably like the first 5 minutes into this chapter, and I've just been raging for however long I've been streaming so far. This has like been a half hour of me screaming at the screen.
Well, it doesn't get worse, but it also gets crazier.
Fuck! Shit! God damn it! Like, I'm enjoying myself as much as I'm screaming and raving about it, but that's like part of my enjoyment, so don't worry about it. Oh boy. You aren't possessed. Bad news. All of your negative thoughts are being amplified considerably, which is about equivalent to being possessed, I would have to say. Oh no. Especially if you have intrusive thoughts. If you have intrusive thoughts like I do, giving whim to those things basically does feel like being fucking possessed by your own brain, which is really trippy when you think about it. I don't like this. No! Ah!
Just get through the game.
No! I will do it the way that I want to, which is what people are here to watch. Me lose my mind. Oh, no. It feels a bit forced, like a desperate ploy to make this work, not a heartfelt sentiment. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening here. Do some more brains. Loxley, you got this. You know me the best. I am dating you. Please use your beautiful, beautiful brain and think a little bit harder about what's happening here. Maybe. No worries. I wonder what sort of speech it'll be this time. Oh no! I don't like the fact that it continues to let me make any choices right now. I feel like I'm being dragged along. And I feel like it would almost feel less worse. It would feel better. I'm so upset that, like, I can't functionally make sentences that make sense right now. But, like, it almost feels worse to be able to make choices right this moment. Okay. I know I'm asking a lot. I know this is going to be difficult. But I believe in us. I believe in this team we've built together. I see a happy future for all of us standing on that stage at the Pro Tour Finals, holding the trophy up high, showing the world what we can do together. We're not like some team of mercenaries like P2W. We don't trade and acquire players just to optimize our lineup. We are friends, and we'll win this on the strength of that friendship. It is almost so much more sinister that, like, my character is talking and sounding like this right this minute whilst doing what they are doing. It is, like, ghoulish right now. I feel like a cult leader, and I don't like it. Ah! We're all going to have to sacrifice to make this happen, okay? But I know we can do it. It's gonna be beautiful. We'll be winners. So are you ready? Ready to do this? No, don't like me right now! No! No! You should hate me! Fucking rearrange my brain. Okay. You know, you're right. Our friendships can carry us through. Maybe we can do this. No, Domino, you were my last hope. You were my last hope. Be more cynical about me. No. Well, you only die once. May as well go doing what you love. And if this is what everyone wants, I'm down to give it a go. Something is wrong. Yes. Good. Thank you. Continue that line of thought. Prod at it. A fine speech, aye, but I've come to know Reaxeons, and they knows me, my true name, my true self. We're vulnerable to each other, and I'm sensing that now. Good. Yes. I don't like this empty need I'm feeling. This may be worth talking to Sue about, if it's what I fear it may be. Yes. Good. Yes. Continue that thought process. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Ah! But for now, I'll play along, if only to keep Reaxeons safe. Good. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, that, like, angry face? Don't give yourself away, man. Have a better poker face. I pledged loyalty to you. That holds true now more than ever. You've got my thanks, all of you. Now, it's time for our amazing training montage. Wait, we can just zip through this with 3 minutes of up-tempo rock music and some jump cuts? Wow, that's so much easier. I meant that figuratively, not literally. How funny would it be if you could just have that, like, superpower of, like, jump cut? My superpower is everything applies to me in the same logic as movies. I can learn a language in 5 minutes. How fucking good would that be, though? I'd be down. I'd be down. I'm just like, I just want to shake something. Oh god. Okay. No, it's 4 a.m. for them. Oh, it's doing an actual training montage. Okay. Let them go to bed! Let them go to bed! Let them go to bed! Let me click this! I'll make her more coffee. Oh. No! No! Domino, are you okay? No! Oh. Oh, I'm just fucking grinding, huh?
I mean, you're also not immune to your own schedule, I guess.
Shit! I mean, at least it's equal. No! I don't like any of these options! This sucks! I hate this. I hate what it's allowing me to become. Let me give her a break. Let me give her a break. No.
Nope.
I don't... Both of these are equally mean, okay? Like, guilting someone is fucking shit, but scolding someone outright for doing...
I do feel, yeah.
It's less outwardly mean to her, I guess. Even if it's more fucked, in my opinion. Oh, this is when we go to, like, Nevada, huh? You had to live relatively close to Nevada when you were, like... living in California, right? Because you were like in the deserty area.
It was like a 4 drive, I think. And then it was like a 6 or 7 hour drive to like Las Vegas.
Yeah, so I mean relatively close, because Connecticut to us right this minute is about a 6-hour drive too, give or take. I hate this! I hate this! If I had made, like, the neutral thing my highest trait, could I have used it? Because,
No.
fuck! Shit. Okay, fine. Okay, I love and hate. I love to hate it, hate to love it. Of, like, how the, like, core personality traits can be negative or positive. In that, like, being kind means that, like, when you're using that negative, you're just a fucking manipulative son of a bitch.
Remind you of Grace's calendar.
Cause, like, I would never be like, yeah, I know that you're in pain right now, but just get through it. But it's so much more fucked, like, emotionally, to be like, remember, Jinx, that Grace is counting on you when she's in pain. Like, that's fucked up, and I hate it. I hate it. Does it matter which one I choose of whether or not they, like, maintain what they're doing? Like, is there a good option in these?
No, I don't think so. Like, I think it might affect, like, your
Standing with
your
them?
stats, but I don't think it affects anything else.
Fucking hate this.
And then
Yeah, where's Loxley? Oh, he's that one. Hey, bitch, what are you doing out here? Who's she? Also, I do love that the bedroom is just like the one-room apartment that I had originally. I hate everything about this. I hate everything about this. I hate what this is turning my character into. Oh my god!
Yeah, it gets rough.
Oh my god! I hate that this is making me like a horrible person. I guess the better option is to like not pay attention and zone out. It's like better than fucking wishing death upon someone. God. Like, I make jokes like that, but I obviously make them in like actual joking, not like that kind of joking that you do when you actually hope it happens kind of thing, which is the vibe I'm getting from that. Loxley, follow my ass. Get me. Tackle me. It's not even a sexy thing. Just get me out of here.
Yeah, it takes them a week to be like, I'm sick of this shit.
Man, that's way longer than I would have fucking put up with that. If Silas came to me and was like, hey, I've micromanaged you down to the minute for the next month, I would have been like, the fuck you have? I love you, but no. Nah, I'm out. I'm gonna take a 5-minute shit, if that's cool with you. Like, no. Oh, man. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I hate this. Look, you know me. Someone tells me I can't do a thing, I knee them in the happy sack and tell them, yes, I fucking can. So I'm not saying you can't qualify for the Pro Tour and kick some serious ass. I'm not saying we can't put Valkyrie in the ground.
Well, this sucks.
But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the color-coded spreadsheet and staying up all hours training and fighting. I want to go back to having fun like we used to have. And this isn't fun. We took an oath to support Reaxeons streams, did we not? We pledged to make the Patchwork Coalition soar.
That.
You took a damn oath. I just said it'd be fun to take on the Pro Tour, no pinky swear or anything.
I disagree, my friend.
Promises or no promises, Reaxeons has worked harder than anyone to make this victory possible. Do we not owe them our finest offers in turn? I'm not saying I have no concerns. I have great concerns, particularly if this is the result of what I suspect it may be. But I'll admit to feeling uncertain about this clandestine gathering without Reaxeons present. Talking behind their back feels rude. It's so funny that I can say words like clandestine super easily, and then trying to say inevitable fucks me up 6 different times before I get it. I don't understand my brain any better than any of you do. Unfortunately, it's called for, rude or not, because I don't know any gentle way to say this, but we're wasting our time. Time spent chasing our dreams is wasted? That's not what I mean. I mean, we are already qualified for the Pro Tour finals. There's no reason to continue pushing ourselves to this extent. We already have a good standing going into this, and all we've done is solidify that. Reaxeons had to have known, especially with Iris planning the spreadsheets.
I just don't see that working out.
At this point, the Patra Coalition is grinding for points we don't actually need and burning out in the process. Oh, thank fuck. Someone who's actually, like, cognizant and knows what's happening. God! Call me out my shit! And yet Reaxeons persists in pushing us. Okay, so this has to stop. Question is, how?
Sounds iffy, at best.
Confronting Reaxeons about this is going to be tricky. Don't want them retreating into their shell of denial any deeper.
I don't like confrontations.
Do we have to? Can't we just get through this month and then go back to normal?
No way in hell.
No, we're collectively done with it. Okay, I don't like the idea of confrontation, but I guess if there's no other way... Okay. This becomes a question of strategy, yes? How to arrange circumstances for maximum effectiveness. We need to make sure we're heard. We have to decide what approach would work best with Reaxeons. Everyone looks at fucking Loxley or something. Domino.
I love Domino.
I do too! He's grown on me so much.
So good.
He's grown on me so fucking much. Definitely gonna go back and replay it. Probably not on stream because it's kind of boring to replay on stream like that. But I'm probably gonna go back and just do it myself just because I want to. It's very fun. Figuring out someone's emotional weak point and striking it for massive damage? Ah, now the ball's in Domino's court. Domino, you're doing the creepy thing again. I mean, if I may contribute my observational talents? Of course, by all means. Do you have any ideas? What Reaxeons is facing is buried deep, like two bodybuilders with shovels and diesel-powered backhoe deep. That means a 3-person job. Zapper, Loxley, drags their ass out to the bar, gets them smashed, and opens their heart with a crowbar. I love it. Also, I've never realized it before now, but the way that I pronounce Zezemzer is just like makes me feel like I'm doing a very bad fake French accent and saying like they them there, but Zezemzer. It's very funny to me at least. Think you can handle it? I'm up to the challenge. My love for Reaxeons will reach their heart by hook or by crook. Considering you're a crook, that makes me the hook. Let's do this. I love how it's the person I have the highest relationship with and the person I have the lowest relationship with that's gonna like try and fucking pry my secrets out of me through booze.
I mean, that's they have like duos.
Is that how it always
set up.
works?
Yeah, so
it's always like the highest and lowest, or is it always like just different people working together type deal?
I'm pretty sure they're like
paired friends.
Paired off.
Gotcha.
Already.
Gotcha. And it depends on one person as to who's the highest that like decides the pair or something.
I think you can choose because I'm pretty sure I chose on my playthrough.
I mean, it didn't let me just choose right then. It just popped them there. They're paired, yeah. So it goes with whichever pair includes your own. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. One question. You said this was a 3-person job. Who is the 3rd person? That would be telling. Meaning we won't know until we're in the thick of it? Precisely. Dramatic timing and all that. Who the fuck are they? Huh?
I think I know who it is.
If you romance the rival, go friendship only, you can free pick, which is probably what you did because you did the rival the first time around.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's Loxley and Zapper, Domino and Rhapsody, or Jinx and Grace, which makes sense. They go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Actually, quite literally, because it's purple and orangey. They are quite literally the peanut butter and jelly gays, and I love that.
I am not calling them the peanut.
They are the PB and J gays,
No,
and I love them. I love them for that. I love that for them.
No.
I also just like it when Two Flower happens to like drop in because Two Flower is one of the writers.
Right. I forgot about that.
And I just love getting like fucking random trivia straight from the source. It's great. I love it.
Because I don't think there's a wiki on this game.
No, but we should make one. I mean, there's certainly already the tags for it on AO3, which I was talking about earlier about how I'm trying to figure out how to name them. I think it's gonna have to be birth name pipe alias.
You don't have to use their birth name.
No, but people are tagging it that way, and I think it's gonna be easier and more like cohesive to do it that way throughout.
I guess that makes, because like, even though I know some of their birth names, I don't.
Because like his
them.
is Jack Cho and stuff like that, and I think I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing is doing like birth name, pipe, username for all of them. Since Jinx's real name is Alice, I like Alice Cooper as their ship name. But that would be confusing on AO3. Yeah, that would be super fucking confusing, because, like, who the fuck is Alice Cooper? Which is why I think it makes sense to have birth name, pipe, username for them. Because people do use it back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, people, once they figure out their names, utilize them in the fix. So I think that would clarify a lot of things. So I think that's how I'm going to end up doing it, eventually. But that's a huge renaming project that I don't have time for. Because you also have to remember, previous game doesn't have usernames, they just use their names. So when you start switching it up and using, like, Gavin Cooper and Grace, like, it gets confusing if you also have, like, Gavin Cooper and Jinx. And you're like, huh? Because the naming thing isn't matching. It's very strange. But I don't think it would make it any easier to only use their names, because people don't know them as easily unless they do the romance route with them or find it out. So, whatever. Back to the game. Right, Zapper, Loxley. I suggest we stay behind while you drag Reaxeons down to the corner bar and lubricate them. I don't like the way that you phrased that. Domino. Phrasing, sir.
Please.
You're talking about my romantic partner. Don't tell them to lubricate me at the bar. See, this is why I love the writing in this game. It's like straight in my brainstem.
Brain cells.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Yeah, sorry, I don't know how to phrase. Me either, let's do it. Zapper's like, I'm ready!
I think when I did my rival playthrough, I also chose these two.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was like the funniest.
They seem like a funny pair.
Yeah.
They seem like the high energy, so it's just funny. Zapper's plan was to skip practice and lure Reaxeons out to her favorite barcade. Neutral ground away from good, clean fun. But we couldn't say why. That would negate our advantage of surprise. Perhaps this was a betrayal, but I've oft grappled with questions of honor and loyalty, trying to support all my friends to the best of my ability. Hold on, I gotta cough. Okay. And if a foul lie were required in order to save a friend from themselves, so be it. The name of Loxley could endure a bruise or two. Soon enough, our prey arrived, curious as to why we've skipped practice. Hey, what's going on? Mandatory union-enforced break time. Loxley and I are taking 5 and a pint. They don't have a union. Yeah, well, things change, and if you don't want the whole team going on strike and marching around GCF with signs, you'll take a break too. Confused by the declaration, Reaxeon approaches, having a seat at our table. Look, I know the schedule's kind of intense. I wish we could budget in more time for the rest and relaxation, believe me, but... Reaxeons. This is the point where you listen and we speak, not the other way around. Okay. I'm listening, what's up? Understand? I speak from a perspective of respect and of love. I care about you too much to let this continue without speaking up. Respect be damned. I want to know where Reaxeons fucking gets off doing this to us. What? The schedule, it's completely fucked up. I'm not going, wah, I don't want to practice, wah. I'm saying you're lying to us about it. Rhapsody did the 4D chess math needed to figure out how it all works, and guess what? We qualified ages ago. We didn't have to do any of it. Precisely. I believe you have some explaining to do, Reaxeons. We still aren't number one. Just because we qualified for the final tournament doesn't mean we can't. We have our seat at the table. You neglected to even mention that to us. Reaxeons. Please understand. We care for you and want to support your dreams, but this isn't the way. And the fact that you misled the team, well, you can understand our hurt feelings, yes? Feelings aren't the only thing that's about to get hurt. Reaxeons starts to speak, stops. Unable to find any words that would placate us. Zapper's clearly enraged. I'm trying to mediate to show how hurt we are and bring this down to a heartfelt level, but I'll admit to mild annoyance myself. We need answers, if only to settle this matter and return the team's emotions to something resembling normalcy. What this all comes down to is one question, yes? Why would you deceive us?
A bit concerning.
Reaxeons, please. Just tell us why this is so important to you. Why do you have such an immense drive to win that you're willing to fight useless battles? Why do you need to win? I owe them an answer. Oh, fucking finally! Alright, I'm back in control, kind of. Not quite, I don't think, but kind of. Zapper and Loxley, I owe them an answer. I owe myself an answer I've refused to admit, even when Iris gave it to me directly. Oh, no, no good answer. I love the fact that there is no good answer here. The worst one I would have to say is, I don't know.
Time to choose your mental breakdown.
Customizable mental breakdown.
I wish I could customize my mental breakdown.
I wish I could have like a moment to just time out so I could think about how I want to have the mental breakdown. This is really truly what it is ultimately at the core, is like, this is all I'm good for. It's all I'm good for. And we're having the mental breakdown. F.
F in chat, please. Pay respects.
God. Oh boy. This is all I know how to do. I can play FoD2 well. That's it. That's the only thing I have going for me. What good am I to anyone? What good am I to my friends? To the ones I love, if I can't do the only thing I know how to do? I'm pathetic. I'm empty. I'm just that FoD2 player. Without that, I'm nobody. Nothing. All of you have so many other things to be proud of compared to this sad little life that I lead. Zapper, you're living your life at a level none of us can even comprehend. You're alive in ways I've never been and probably never will be. Loxley, you're not only defending your friends and supporting your dreams, you're trying to change the damn world. You're more important than I ever could be. I don't deserve your loyalty or your love. You're so compassionate. I'm practically in an emotional coma by comparison. Do you know what I was doing with my life before I walked through the doors of good, clean fun? Nothing. I was doing nothing. Just sitting in a dark room, pushing my rank higher and higher. I may as well not have existed before I met you. That's why I have to win, because I'm nothing. All I have is this sad little dream. If I can't keep playing, can't keep winning, then maybe I'll end up like Coda. Give up all hope and letting go completely. You weren't there when he tried to kill himself. You didn't see him smile. Like he was so relieved. I can't get it out of my head. And now I'm scared that if I stop for even a minute, that I'll lose what hope I have. This is my truth. This is why Iris led me to this team back when I began my journey. So I would finally understand the truth I'd refused to admit. I'm deeply suicidal. No. I mean, it's not far off, but I have deep problematic depression. Oh man, that entire rant was a little bit too close to home for a minute there. Ah! Woo! If I were to play this game entirely exactly how I actually am in real life, it would probably be all of the joking options every single time, even when it's not necessarily the best option. I think that would be me. Don't slow blink at me, motherfucker. You're not a cat. Stop. If winning is everything to me, then without it, I'm nothing. Reactions.
You complete and utter chungus.
Nice! Beat the shit out of me, please, to get me in line.
It's so funny. She's like, you chunk.
She's just like, oh, you motherfucker. You know?
Zapper!
Loxley's like, motherfucker! That's not the thing that helps!
I mean it, Loxley. Look at me and know this as absolute and unwavering fact. You are f***ing awesome.
Zapper is very much like that ride or die kind of friend. She's like, I will not let you bully my friends. That includes you bullying yourself, fucker. Like, that's very much her personality, it feels.
Look at everything you've built. Look at our team. Time and time again, you've rallied us together, made us believe in something. Do you think we'd be anything more than a loose gaggle of friends who happen to do their laundry at the same coin op if you didn't walk in our doors? Hell no! You think you're nothing? You've got no skills, you're just an FoD2 winner? Hell no.
No, like, my character has impressive, like, social management skills, honestly. Like, if we just take a small sidebar for a second, outside of the FoD2 skills in and of itself, my character has financially managed a team, been able to organize a loose group of people who have no structure elsewise, figure out accommodations, and, like, yes, some of that is with the help of Iris, but, like, the person-to-person interactions of my character dealing with Domino, dealing with Zapper, dealing with Loxley, etc. Like, my character influencing the other characters as they do is, like, an intense social skill. My character is incredibly people smart and incredibly, like, social oriented, knows how to leverage social capital. So, like, my character has skills, just skills that they refuse to view as skills, which is what a lot of people do. If you ever feel the same way as my character, where, like, you are nothing without, like, this one arbitrary thing, understand that you probably have so many other skills that you don't even think about. Honestly.
You slammed face first into this world with the power of a blazing star and made the entire esports scene bend to your whim. That is not nothing.
Indeed. You may think me a silly swashbuckling fool, talking big game about honor and loyalty. But I've sworn true loyalty to exactly 2 people in this world. And you are one of them.
Yeah, like, my character has so much social capital, it's not even funny. Like, my character has such a command of the other people around them that it's not even funny. Like, this is the sort of charismatic value that you would assume, like, social influencers to have, in a quite literal sense. And, like, they just disregard that, and it's very strange. I get why, but it's very strange to me. Also, I appreciate the fact that these are fully voiced lines, because after that small rant, I don't have much voice.
I consider loyalty the firmest, most valuable currency in existence. I don't offer it lightly. rest assured, you have earned your coin. Iris led you to us, yes? Everything she does is for a reason. And you went along with that reason when you didn't have to. If you were content to grind away in the dark, alone and miserable, you wouldn't have stayed. But you did stay. And what you've built will echo through the ages. Take heart, my friend. You're far from nothing. Where you stand, nothing is a pale and distant shadow. And you are the sun.
I'm realizing that if it always pulls the pairs from who you romance, that like rant that Zapper just did is probably the same rant that Zapper does if you're dating her, and it has a completely different connotation. Which is interesting. I love that kind of thing about like these types of games where like the same lines have different connotations dependent on the history within them, because it's such like a streamlined way of doing it for one thing from a programming standing, but it's such a fascinating like story-wise of like the same exact words having completely different connotations dependent upon like the history of those words that lead up to it. It's just really cool storytelling, personally. I love it.
And I consider it a matter of great pride, having pledged my heart to your guiding light.
There's probably like a couple of lines that are different.
You want me to go on? I can blow sunshine up your ass all day. Just say the word. I'd do it gladly.
I mean, you both really feel that way.
Duh! Should have been obvious by this point after everything we've been through. You have never been and never will be a loser to us.
Wins and losses are irrelevant. I consider merely knowing you to be a win, and that satisfies. And don't forget, just a few days ago, you were the one running around helping us out when we had messy emotional meltdowns.
Yeah, I think that's like the only reason why these characters only put up with this for a week, honestly. Because if I don't think if my character didn't already have that social capital with them of constantly taking care of them and like helping them with their messy things, that any of the characters would have put up with it for longer than like the initial, hey, this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, their loyalty and their friendship and the ties that they have with my character is the only reason why they put up with it for as long as a week.
They're like, well, I trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
They started doing it, they were like,
no, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, which is good. They should have done that, but
I feel it only fair to return the favor and help you with your difficulties, which, hopefully, we have accomplished on this day.
I hope you fucking rearranged my brain, yeah. I'm speechless. The one on the team who usually makes the big speeches is rendered utterly speechless. But they aren't lying. They're absolutely sincere. I can practically feel emotional support radiating off of them in waves. For years, I was alone in this, riding the crest of success to keep from needing to think about why I was riding in the first place. But I'm not alone anymore. They now see me for who I am and still care. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, Polybius! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm so angry. So much anger inside of my body for you. Fuck you. Can I separate from my shadow, please? But no, that can't be right. I'm worthless. I'm a failure. No. I'm Reaxeons. I'm Rexley Smith. They see me for who I am and still care. From now on, I listen to them, not you. I banish my shadow. Fuck you. I really should talk to like 6, which I think is what the woman in black is, because she gave me her card at Max. I should talk to 6 and be like, hey, please don't kidnap me, because Loxley is right next to me and will spirit me away, but my brain is fucked, I think, by Polybius. Could you help with that? You know? You know? I'm sorry. I got so caught up in my fears that I started pushing all of you the way I pushed myself. I hope you can forgive me. That's a terrifying thought of them knowing that, like, I push myself that much all the time, and now they have like a taste of what that feels like, and they're probably gonna be like, stop that. Stop it.
Stop it. We're getting you some self-care now.
We're getting you some self-care in this bitch. What the fuck? I'm gonna forgive what? We're good. Always were, even when we weren't.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, again, she's a ride or die, okay? That's just how they work. I know, because I am one of those. Where, like, if you fuck up, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, if I like you, I'm physically incapable of holding a grudge. If I don't like you, I will have a vendetta against you for the rest of your life. But if I like you, you're, like, immune to that. You can do some fucked up shit, and I'd be like, but do you still like me? Are we still friends? Meanwhile, if you are a stranger to me, I will hold a death grudge for the rest of my life. Just how I am, I don't know what to tell you. Here. Apology accepted, if not needed. We're here for you, Reaxeons. Okay. Iris, please erase the schedule spreadsheet. The relief in Iris's digital voice is clear as she cheerfully scrubs that bit of data from the cloud. Spreadsheet is dead sheet. You're all clear. We're still going to need to practice between now and the Pro Tour finals, of course, but we don't have to sacrifice everything in the process. We'll go back to the old training schedule, 1 or 2 romps per day with plenty of time for rest and plenty of time for fun. And when we do hit the big stage, if we do come up short at the finish line, I'll learn to live with that, I promise. I think we should get the team together so I can apologize to everyone else, assuming they don't want to kick my ass, I mean. And that's when... Oh! Shit! Fuck! My cousin's here! Shit! Hide me under the table! Rex can't see me like this!
Uh-oh.
Fuck! That, like, actually filled me with, like, a split second of, like, I'm gonna run now. Like, I actually saw my own cousin across the fucking room and was like, fuck. How do I escape? Nothing's more terrifying than your own family finding you when you're fucking up. And that's when someone burst through the door, quickly dashing over to join us. Sorry I'm late. We had a minor problem involving the skee-ball machines at Francine's place and a few hundred spiders. That sounds terrifying. Excuse you? I hope you had Percy deal with that. Do I? No, I do not want to know. So Domino told me that you're having a moment of self-doubt and a crisis of self-esteem, and I hurried over as soon as I could. Domino, please! Why do you have to read me so thoroughly? It's cool, we fixed it. What?
No, it's not what, it's what.
What? Yeah, my friends told me how much they cared about me, and I'm feeling a lot better about things now. Isn't that how it always goes? My friends said nice things, and I feel better now. But I had a speech! I had a whole speech ready to go about trusting in your friends and accepting yourself, and... sorry? I mean, you could still make your speech if you want. No, the moment has passed. But hey, glad to hear you're, better. It's so funny looking at these two. Because, like, the family resemblance is terrifying, you know what I mean? It's so funny that they're cousins. It's so fucking funny that they're cousins and one is named Rex and the other is named Rexley. Like, it's so fucking funny to me. The Smith family just has a hard-on for R names. Everyone gets an R name. Everybody! It's just funny. It's going to take work. More than I've been willing to put in back when Iris first told me. But I think with the help of everyone at the Patchwork Coalition, I can do this. Also, I'm stealing the Patchwork Coalition. I made it, therefore it's mine. I'm stealing it. I'm putting it on all of my jackets. Because I think it's really fun. I love the name of it. It's just part of my thing now. The Patchwork Coalition. I'm going to bring that into my Minecraft world.
No.
Yes! I do what I want! Thank you! I'm gonna make a giant castle out of wool and make it look like it's stitched together.
Hopefully it doesn't burn down.
Fuck you! Stay away from me with your fucking flint and steel. And since we still managed to qualify for the Pro Tour despite my nearly derailing the team, we can represent your brand with pride. Great, but honestly, your mental health is reward enough. I don't care how successful you are. Your existence in the esports community matters more. You can show people a better way. So don't worry about your business partner. Worry about yourself and everything will get sorted. I've been where you were, doubting myself, making assumptions, feeling guilty over my shortcomings, getting fucked by Polybius. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, there's something about the Smith family and their, like, nigh, like, sixth sense to be able to lead back to Polybius at all turns. That, like, really the government should just be grabbing our babies and being like, where is the Polybius? Where is it? Like that fucking cartoon. Like that, have you seen the comic where it's like, baby, where's mommy? And it points at mommy. Baby, where's daddy? Points at daddy. Okay, baby, where's Polybius? And it just like sweats. It's like that, but with the Smith family. Because apparently we unerringly always find Polybius. Sorry. Oh boy. I'm sorry, I think I'm funny, okay? That's it. That's the end of this conversation on that one. I think I'm funny. It doesn't matter if you agree or not.
No, you said I'm sorry, and I said no, you're not.
Oh boy. Where even fuck was I? Probably the beginning. The important thing is to recognize when you're listening to the worst parts of yourself. Don't let your depression define you. Reach out if you need help. Also, don't fucking listen to Polybius. I take it this means you're willing to continue with my sponsorship? Definitely. Win or lose, I'll do you proud. Do yourself proud and we'll call it even. Now, if you excuse me, I should probably get back to my arcade and make sure the spiders haven't completely conquered it and set up a spider kingdom. Yeah, you should do that. No eight-legged empire on my watch. Be seeing you. I want to go on a double date with my, like, cousin and Percy and Loxley and myself. I think that would be very funny. I think Percy and Loxley would just be like... I love how the stream cannot understand a single thing that I'm doing because it's all just like gestures, but I did like the eye-to-eye gesture and then like shrug and then like, you too? Yeah, you too, sort of thing. They would be comrades in arms with their fucking crazy partners. As for me, I've got a team to apologize to, don't I? It's time to wrap this mess up. And that's why I want to apologize. I took my own hang-ups and fixations over being a perpetual winner and made them your problem. I hurt my friends and I hurt myself. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. I lost sight of what's most important, our friendships and living our lives. This trouble is my doing. I'm gonna make amends. In fact, we'll come out of this better than we were before, more understanding, more flexible. I promise to do my best to make amends, so if you forgive me for my mistakes, I'd like to start anew, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. We're with you every step of the way. And I think I have to speak for everyone when I say we're glad to get back to normal around here.
Of course.
Exactly. We'll keep training, we'll fight at your side in the Pro Tour finals, but we'll be more sensible about it, and... A chime interrupts us as Grace fumbles with her phone. Oh, hang on. I need to take this. Keep going, please. Right, so I think we're going to take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit, and... My lord, you have a message. Pardon. Terrible timing. I'll be right back. This has to do with Polybius. This has to. Could y'all, like, put your phones on mute while I wrap my big rally the team dramatic speech? I've been giving and receiving big emotional speeches all day, and honestly, I'm completely exhausted by it and would like to get through this one so I can go take a nap. Right. Phone on mute. Continue the preaching. Ahem. We'll take the rest of the day off so we can relax a bit, maybe play some other games. I'm open to suggestions for what to do moving forward. Some training, more training, less training, try other things. We've got options. Above all, I want an open dialogue with you. Find out what matters to you and focus on that. We did qualify for the Pro Tour though, so we can't take our eyes completely off the ball. I'd like to still take that shot since it's available. So expect stress levels to go back up when we pack our bags and fly off to join the event, but win or lose, I want us to walk away feeling satisfied. Thanks, everyone. I know things have been rough, but we're coming out the other side of this a stronger team and better friends. Let's hear it for the Patrick Coalition.
That was amazing.
It's the best team I've been a part of.
Awesome sauce.
We rock. We totally and completely rock.
Okay, sure. Why not?
We're above average, and that's okay.
Good.
There's too many of us in this room for me to really squeeze in for a group hug, but rest assured I'm quietly cheering over here. I just imagine she's on the couch.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just, you know, relaxing after I fucking forced her to go to Nevada with
There's
me.
no relaxing yet.
Oh, fuck! Shit! What a messy, messy week, and a mess of my own making. But I'm in a better place, having owned up to that mess. This is what Iris wanted for me all along, and with the help of my friends, I'll get where I need to be. All in all, not a bad way to close out this chapter of my life. I don't trust it. I don't trust anything. I don't trust this. I don't trust it. I don't trust
Valkyrie
it.
cheated to win that match at Pinky Paradise.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
It took time to complete the investigation, but I believe she hacked FoD2 to secure her victory.
I mean, that makes sense because we got 0 points in. Like, even if we lost dramatically, there's no way that we would have got 0 points. Just, like, statistically, it makes no sense when it's a fucking rock, paper, scissors. There's no way without some sort of outside force that you wouldn't get at least 1 point in.
Yeah, I knew this was coming because I was reading the dialogue when the thing happened. And it was like, now that the game is starting, and they look faster, like the other team.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no.
You knew that, like, something was happening.
Uh-oh.
What?
In addition, Coda's accident was not attempted suicide.
What?
It was attempted murder, and Valkyrie may have arranged the kill.
Okay, this is like one of those, like, call-out posts on Tumblr where they lead up with, like Steven Universe. Also, murdered someone. Like, those are two vastly different things, okay? I think you should have led, maybe, with the murder attempt first? Maybe? Maybe? What? What? Oh, okay, that makes sense! Alright.
No, look.
No. I want answers. Yes, this is exactly it.
I know, that was so funny.
No. I want answers.
So funny.
I mean, what? Cheating? Murder? Well, I know an arcade engineer from Fairchild Funworks, and right after the loss I phoned her to ask if she could look into things, and and according to my allies, there's good evidence that the cyberbullying campaign against Coda involved a series of targeted harassment bots. Telltale signs of modification to the game despite attempts to erase her digital footprints afterwards. And entirely possible that this goes beyond harsh words and into deliberately altering medical records. One at a time, please! Apologies. Very rude of me. Grace, ladies first. Oh, okay. Well, then. I believe that Victoria Proud made her Iris hack FoD2 and ensure her triumphant win at Pengy Paradise. So to be clear, we're calling hacks on that match. Vindictive told me to never speak to them again after that match, but seemed worried, nervous even. I don't know why Nee would go along with cheating, but clearly Nee felt conflicted. Now it makes sense.
Are you kidding me?
She cheated to beat us? All this angst and woe and worry was because some retiree refused to let go of the spotlight? That's it. Zapper's gonna break some kneecaps. I'm gonna go to work on her. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's verify the evidence before we start dealing out frontier justice, okay? Grace, what proof do we have? Well, nothing conclusive, I'm afraid. Modifications were definitely made to the files in the FoD2 machine's storage on the day of the match, which shouldn't have happened. The game wasn't auto-updating or anything. The network functions were accessed as well, which doesn't make sense considering we were playing locally, not online. Wait. Iris can hack FoD2? It's an arcade game, not a computer system. But we already knew about the cabinets that basically just have a computer system inside that run multiple, so why not FoD2 if you want it to run faster and smoother? And a voice from my pocket chirps at me. If I put my mind to it, I bet I could hack that game. FoD2 runs on a customized PC hardware. It has vulnerabilities, just like any computer would. That's what I'm talking about, because like it does have cross-play with computers. That's how I play it in the first place before I come to the arcade. I play the online version of it. So if it has cross-play against computers and the actual things, it has to run on similar systems, which means even if it were a gaming system in and of itself built into the cabinet, it would still have to be similar to a computer. Especially with it being able to connect to online to be able to play matches between other arcade cabinets. Duh. Sometimes I think about the fact that, like, I always call Silas the smart one, because Silas has a lot more technological know-how than I do, but then I say shit like what I just did, and that's like a very casual understanding of very complex things, and I have to remind myself that I'm not, like, the stupid one. Like, Silas is definitely smarter than me, because Silas can literally build a computer. But if I sat down and tried, I also could probably do the same thing. I just haven't tried. You know?
Yeah.
Get that? Yeah. Whatever. It's always been a possibility, hacking in high-level esports. It happens all the time with non-professional games. People install scripts or bots. But we've always thought it's impossible in the pro circuit since the games are locked down so tightly.
Switch it up.
But if someone could access a game during a match and hack it while it's live without someone noticing, it's possible. But Iris wouldn't cheat. She's this benevolent genie in a bottle kind of app, right? Oh, I'd never help you cheat at a video game. You've taught me to respect the rules and try to do no harm. But if Valkyrie believes winning matters above anything else and she forced her Iris to comply with user instructions, well, she'd have an unwilling accomplice in supervillainy. I've had plenty of opportunities to encourage Iris to break the rules in order to bend the world in my favor. I've resisted, but Valkyrie, she does not strike me as ethical. Iris has free will now. She can choose to stop working with Valkyrie, but she's also young and emotionally vulnerable. Valkyrie's a manipulative sort who could likely gaslight a young Iris into doing terrible things, encouraging her to see them as good deeds. But we don't want to do terrible things. The collective as a whole wants to be a friend to humanity, but I guess we're also individuals, and we're not infallible. Now, we can't prove Valkyrie cheated, but all the signs are there. And it explains why we couldn't score a single point against her. It makes perfect sense. Fuck that! This is so funny. Maybe. Mere words cannot express this hellish mist of absolute rage that has enveloped me. Those are some pretty neat words, actually. This crap will not stand. We are going to expose her. Get her kicked out of the Pro Tour. Arrested! 1,000 years dungeon! I'm afraid it's not so simple, Reaxeons, considering how far she's willing to go to stop her rivals.
A bit concerning.
There's the not-so-small matter of what she did to Coda. What she allegedly did to Coda, but I trust my sources on this matter. I can't say who obtained this information for me exactly, but that should be irrelevant. The findings are what matters. Meaning he talked to the hacker collective keeping Iris and her sister going, and doesn't want to chat about them in front of the group. I can play along. Right. What do you got?
An unpleasant business, this.
Coda was being cyberbullied. His social media feeds were flooded with mockery, threats, harassment, and suggestions that he should go kill himself. But after further investigation, more than 2/3 of those accounts attacking him turned out to be bots, falsified accounts with recognizable speech patterns. See, this is what I, like, right in the beginning, before Coda stepped in front of the bus, right? In the last chapter, I talked about how he really would have been better off, even though, like, it's not the fair thing, but it's, like, the way the world actually works, that he would have been better off deleting all social media and remaking under a new moniker and not having any connection to the old one. Take off the jacket, leave that in the past, make a totally different name for yourself, be in different circles. They're not going to find you like that, you know? Drop the coda, get a new username. It sucks to get a new username, promise that, but get it, do it. It's the better option. And if he had done that, the bots maybe wouldn't have been able to, like, figure it out it was him. It depends, though, because if it was Irish, she probably still would have been able to figure it out. But in the real world, that's a good way to drop it if you're really having problems. That, and just liberally block people. Just be on sites where, block. Just block people. You don't owe them nothing, honestly. And in light of Grace's revelations, likely those bots were set up by Valkyrie's Iris. What? It gets worse. Someone hacked Coda's medical records. He was taking antidepressants, but his prescription got cancelled, and all records of his mental illness were wiped. That's fucked. If when I've been on Wellbutrin, someone had, like, basically ripped it out from underneath me and